actually, Tom, we haven't talked to you about the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes.
Are you still feeling? How are we feeling?
We're feeling good.
Good.
Hyped up. Honestly, I didn't think the Chiefs would win, but happy we won. I ordered actually 2 Super Bowl hats before the Super Bowl.
Oh, before?
Burn 'em.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, it's going to be tough. So I was just cheering so I could wear the hats. So I'm happy I could wear the hats. So.
Yep.
Think you earned it? Did you earn the Super Bowl win?
Absolutely. A win's a win.
Okay.
Do you have any
No,
other
that's
thoughts?
fine. I just
What do you have
curious.
to say, Chris?
I just
say
curious.
it. Say
No.
it. I've heard a lot. I can handle it.
Just watch last week's pod.
All right. Husker basketball is 100% back. The boys are scalding hot, and we've got a special treat for you guys. Sam Hoiberg, the Sam Hoiberg, Mr. Ice Water in his veins, on the pod later in this episode. But we're going to break down Nebraska basketball right now, so stick around for that interview. Chris, you were there.
I was there.
What was the atmosphere like for our overtime win against Maryland?
It was probably one of the best crowds I've seen this year. I'd put it up there with Iowa. Over 15,000, I think they said.
Mm-hmm. No sit Sunday?
It was not. They did not do no sit.
Oh, they didn't?
I thought they did.
No, people sat. It wasn't a traditional no sit Sunday.
I saw Husker basketball put out a thing. It was like the Apple
exercise.
Watch, and they had to stand.
I think it was just because people were on their feet so much. I don't think they sat in overtime. So like end of the game and then into overtime, I don't think they sat. But
Interesting. But
yeah, the crowd definitely sat. But yeah, they were still. We don't win that game without the fans.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
They definitely helped. Yeah, team's on a roll.
boys are hot. Hey, Braden. Boys are hot. We have 3 more games.
3 more games.
We
3
got
more wins.
Minnesota,
Win.
Michigan State.
Easy win.
That's senior night, so you know
Senior
we're
night.
going to win.
Oh, yeah. And at Iowa
At Iowa.
finish.
Win.
So,
Perfect.
realistically, let's be realistic here, boys.
Realistically, you could say 2-1, I think. Win your
2-1.
home games. That
Iowa's going
puts
to be tough.
Iowa would be tough. We killed them here. They're going to want to,
Yeah.
they're going to want to get us back.
Yeah.
But
You never know.
Is Michigan State bad?
they're
Good? Okay.
average. I mean, I think we can beat them at home.
Okay, so say we go 2-1.
Yep.
So we would be 1 game over 500?
16 and 15.
16-15, going to the Big Ten.
Yep.
How many games do we have to win to realistically have a chance at the tournament?
At the tournament, if we're 16 and 15, we'd probably have to win it. I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
'Kay,
Maybe win 3 if you get to the finals, maybe. But with 15 losses, it's not. I mean, you're probably gonna have to win though.
Let's say we win all 3 remaining regular season games.
So we're 17 and 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we probably only have to win 2, get to 19 wins, and that would probably get us in for sure. 18 would put us like on the bubble. You could get in, but you might not.
Okay.
So
It's doable.
I've always wondered, why can't a team who got hot in a Power 5 conference get you don't see it very often, get a 14 seed?
yeah, I mean they could. They
Instead
just
of,
don't ever do it.
getting-
They get like a 12 seed. You play in that
Yeah.
play-in game
Yep.
just because they put those lower conference teams as
But,
those lower seeds.
There are some conferences that they get an automatic bid and then they get a second team.
Yeah.
Is that team really as a 14 seed, are they a better chance to upset a team than a team that's scalding hot who plays in arguably the hardest conference in the country?
Yeah. I mean, the committee factors that in, how hot you are at the end of the year, how you're playing.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The year we made it with Miles, we won the last 7 games.
Yeah, we
finished with
did.
18 wins, I think, maybe 19, but we won 7 of our last 8.
Okay.
And that got us in. So it's doable. I mean, guys are confident. I mean, Wilcher's starting to come around. Can't believe I'm saying that. But
Well,
his
explain
game at
why.
Rutgers was unreal.
Mm-hmm. Casey is absolutely balling. He is. I saw the first Husker basketball player
Since Ty Lue.
Since Ty Lue with 4 straight 20-point games?
Five.
Five
Straight
wow.
20-point plus games.
Casey's balling.
Yeah. Sam Hoiberg.
The
Remember we
goat.
got that interview after?
Yep.
He's him.
He is him.
That steal he got was
That's
on
two.
Sunday.
Yeah. Two
Honest-
big. Yeah.
I thought when he was going up for the layup on the steal, he got so up. I thought he was going to dunk it.
I know.
I literally thought he was
Fred
gonna
thought he
dunk
was,
it.
and Fred was like, please don't try and dunk it. It's not the time.
I think that if he's not Fred's son, I think anybody else dunks it or tries to. The problem is if you go for the dunk, you miss it.
Oof.
You get your ass chewed by the coach, but then you get your ass chewed by your dad.
Yeah. That's
So you
true.
probably just are like, I'm just
Yeah.
going to take an easy layup.
He did get up for that layup.
He did.
Though. Like
Yeah,
he was
high.
high.
Yeah. I think it just goes to show, like, it doesn't – I mean, yeah, size helps, but arguably two of our best players right now are Sam Hoiberg and Casey, and they're under 6 feet tall.
They're smart and they play hard.
Yeah, if you play hard, play smart, and play as a team, you can beat anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Especially
you're
in college
confident.
basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have good coaches around you that put a good game plan together, anything's possible. I'm confident we could beat anybody right now in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Maybe Purdue, maybe not, just because Edie's a monster. But even then, like, we almost beat them at home with our 2 studs. So it's possible.
Who knows? It's
Maybe.
fun to hand up. I don't get super excited for Nebraska basketball. I'm pumped up right now. It's so fun to watch. It's just a fun team to watch.
Yeah,
And
because
you don't say that very much with Nebraska basketball.
You know they're going to play hard.
Yeah.
They could be down, and they're just going to keep plugging away.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to give up like they have in the past, which is fun. Yeah, tournament run would be.
You said we're getting in the car and going if we make the tournament.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've already told people. I'm like, if they get in that playing game, I'm getting in my car, buying tickets, and driving to Dayton, Ohio.
Yep.
For that game.
I'll
It's
hop
just gonna
in
happen.
with
Yeah. Just drive and go. You
I'm
have
excited.
to. How could you not?
How could you not?
Yeah. That'd be a tough. I don't know. It's a fun team to watch.
Yeah. I mean,
You look at our roster and you're like, there's no way this team makes it to March. And then you watch us play and it's just a completely different, because we don't have anybody that, like, their name doesn't jump off the score. Like,
we probably won't have any like all Big Ten players. Maybe Derek Walker as like a third team, but other than that, nobody's going to be like first or second team or All American or whatever. Just like a bunch of dudes playing together,
Play as a
playing
team.
hard.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I'm excited.
Football news. It's a little something kind of fun. Adrian Martinez was drafted by Mike Riley in the USFL on a US. I don't know what their team is. I don't really know. I just saw.
I think is it the XFL or the XFL's going on now, right?
no, it's the,
Sorry.
the
I just
USFL.
destroyed
Yeah, the
mic.
XFL's going on now. So he got drafted for the USFL.
USFL, yeah. Tom's
Generals.
pulling it up.
New Jersey Generals, I think is what it was.
New Jersey General.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep, that's what it is.
So I saw they had like a college draft. Does that mean they have like a pro draft as well?
I think they have guys like that didn't make it to the NFL
Oh,
can come
okay.
try out or something for
Interesting.
them.
I just thought it was weird, like, language, how it was.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool
a
though.
little full circle moment there.
Former,
Yeah.
Fun.
I think it was
Husker-
like the 7th pick in the 2nd round.
yeah,
7th pick in the 2nd round. Okay. Good
Former
for
Husker.
Adrian.
yeah, good for him.
Like to see him succeed. And then other thing I wrote down. Oh, did you have another?
No, it was the 8th pick. It was
8th
close.
pick. Okay. Yeah,
Close.
you were close.
15th overall. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Good for Adrian.
Good for him.
Other news: Casey is for sure back. He posted a picture of him.
It was kind of, it wasn't like a, I didn't know it was still in question.
I didn't know either.
Because I figured if he wasn't staying, he would have already transferred.
Yeah.
Well, he would have had to if he wanted to play next year.
Yeah, so it was weird, like, because it didn't say, like, I'm back. It didn't say,
Mm-hmm.
like, anything about, it was just a picture. I
Yep.
was like, what does this mean? But
But he's back.
Yeah.
Happy for him. Good that I'm
good to
glad,
have him
I'm
back.
glad he's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
If he doesn't
He's
get
gonna do
injured,
well.
he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be fine.
Yeah. Any other Husker news that I missed?
So we got a 4-star last night.
Okay.
I didn't do a whole lot of digging into
From
the
Texas,
nature of it.
right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Athlete. I think he's just
Yeah,
an
he's just
athlete.
an athlete. Yeah.
Can play anywhere. Yeah.
Hey, 4-star.
4-star.
We like that.
Always like those.
Mm-hmm.
Husker baseball started off a little cold.
Yeah. I mean, it's
0-2-1.
0-3-1.
0-3.
They blew 2 leads. Well, blew 3 leads really.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday they were up, and then gave
that
it
the
up late.
Boys Down Bad is the second thing you see when you type in Nebraska recruits on Twitter.
Sure is.
Oh,
Boys.
Look at the boys. We love that.
After
That's
24
actually
sec-
kind of cool.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
that's a cool moment. Live moment.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Baseball.
The Dylan Carey guy,
Yeah.
stud,
Yeah, he's good.
rakes.
I think he's a freshman.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, it's always you don't want to overreact, but like teams on the West Coast are obviously going to be ahead of
oh yeah,
Midwest and
100%.
East Coast teams just because we can't get outside and they can. So it's
Beginning of the baseball year, it's like you
you don't want to
whatever
overreact,
happens,
but at the
yeah.
same time, it's like
You would have liked to split, especially when we have Vanderbilt.
Or at least
on
get
March 3rd.
we do have Vanderbilt
you want to get at
That's
least a
pretty
win
crazy.
and
And
Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss.
Yikes!
And Hawaii, I'm sure they practice a lot.
Yeah, the boys they don't have an easy start to the year.
No,
But
Why
that's
we
okay.
schedule
Challenge
Van-
ourselves early.
see what we are.
In baseball, anyone can win on any day.
Oh yeah,
Anyone.
yeah.
The travel restriction thing, that's so dumb.
That was dumb.
Start the game earlier.
Yeah.
Or just don't play that day.
Well, I don't understand why. Like what? So they get done at 5, they leave the park at 6, and they're home at 8.
It would make more sense if
I guess
like,
we're ahead of them, so we'd get home at like 11. What's the difference
Yeah,
between
what-
getting home at like 11 or 12:30?
Why did that matter?
I
was
don't
there
know.
weather or something?
I don't think
know.
so. I
it
think it's
was
just like
due to
they
travel restriction.
Like
I'm
they
guessing
don't want
some
the
of it is
athletes to get home late.
because they probably want them to be in class the next day.
Yeah, but
So you travel to California,
In the middle of the week.
midweek.
Middle of the
Yeah.
week.
don't play a baseball game just to get back early.
Yeah,
It's like
Makes sense.
Just
dumb.
don't play that. Like,
Yeah.
if
yeah,
you're worried
seriously.
about
play
travel,
a doubleheader the day before.
Yeah, play
2
a
sevens.
6-inning. Yeah, 2
Yeah.
sevens.
Throw a
Yeah.
no hitter.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throw a no hitter.
don't give up 16 runs.
Both teams.
When I saw it
That
was
would
at,
help.
both teams.
when I saw it was
they
at
got to the
16 to 16.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah. So we have a we have a tie on our record.
We do 0-3-1. We're
When's
still
the
looking
last
for the first
tie
win.
that happened in baseball?
or just like play us. You know that there's travel. Like both teams have to lead by 5. You just be like, okay, we're just playing a 7-inning game
Yeah.
Yeah,
because like the likelihood you're going to get through all 9 innings is pretty slim chance anyway.
yeah,
I
But-
don't know. When I saw it, I was like, that just can't be.
Yeah, it's heinous.
yeah,
We can't be doing it at the D1 level.
yeah.
No. Let's move into the down bads of the week. Chris, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, I can start. My down bad is going to be Nate Oates.
Yeah.
And pretty much Alabama basketball in general. So for those who don't know, Nate Oates is the head coach for the men's basketball team at Alabama.
Mhm.
News came out today that one of their players was involved in a murder.
Yep.
He had already been arrested, off the team, all that. But then their best player is projected #1 NBA pick, Brandon Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And he supposedly brought the gun to the scene that was then used to kill a 23-year-old woman.
Yep.
Don't know why she was shot, but...
Terrible situation.
And then Nate Oates today came out and was like, well, Miller was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, he's not in any trouble.
He said it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
He
You
brought
know,
the gun.
He brought the gun to the scene of the crime.
coach can't, do anything about what kids do after practice or outside the practice gym.
It's ridiculous.
It's not, when one of the players texts another player to bring a loaded gun to a street corner, that's probably a red flag.
Yeah. It's not good. Bad scene.
Like, he just wasn't in the wrong place at the wrong time. He knew what he was
Yeah.
doing, knew what he
Yeah.
was getting into.
Because it wasn't like, hey, I need like a ride.
Yeah. He's
Because-
like, please bring a gun
Yeah.
to me. Here's where I am.
If like it would have been, hey, I need a ride, and then he gets in trouble because of that, you can say wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. He didn't know what happened before he needed a ride or whatever. But
Tough to say wrong place, wrong time when it was that kid's gun.
yeah. So
Or he brought the gun. I don't know if it was his.
yeah. I think we're all in agreement the kid probably shouldn't play for them anymore
No,
the rest of the
definitely
year.
not.
I
Definitely
mean,
not.
But he's going to.
But he probably will because, they're with him, they're good enough to win a national championship.
Yep.
Whether it's wrong, but, fandom is something where, like, oh, we have a chance to win a national championship.
In basketball.
Let's go
Just
for
terrible.
it. People think that way, which they shouldn't, but they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Nate Oates,
Nate Oates is down
not
bad.
a great look there.
No.
He's kind of like their Urban Meyer of basketball.
I've heard
He's
comparisons,
Mm-hmm.
just win and don't really care what
Yeah.
players
He can't
do.
control anything off the court.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's bad.
Whatever.
Not a good situation.
Yeah.
But yep, down bad.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah, my down bad is Christine Brennan and really anybody else who is offended by the Tiger Woods Justin Thomas prank. Christine Brennan, I think works for CNN, tweeted, "Really, Tiger, you're a 47-year-old quote girl dad who still pulls juvenile and sexist tampon pranks like an immature schoolboy." So this was like, it was a funny joke. I thought it was fake when I saw it.
So for people who don't know.
So Tiger outdrove Justin Thomas this week,
He'd been out driving him pretty much all day that day.
Mhm.
and on the 9th hole,
Yeah, and Tiger hadn't played in like a year.
and
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
they were walking off the tee box, and Tiger hands Justin Thomas a tampon,
Mm-hmm.
which
It's a joke.
it's a joke. I get people. I don't think it's like offensive. If you really want to die on that hill, that's your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, it was such an overreaction to where like people are saying like, oh, Tiger knows that it was like sexist to do, and that's why he apologized. And it's like, I think he just apologized because there were so many people that were like, so like said they were offended, but probably really don't care because it's a funny joke. I don't think there should be a huge like outcry saying like he's a bad like father
Yeah.
for doing this.
And it wasn't like he was doing it out in the open to like for people to see it. Like it was a joke between them two.
And I'm sure like whenever they
it was
play
quiet,
together, like I'm sure like JT has done that same thing to Tiger when they were like playing around. I don't know.
They play pranks on each other all the time.
Yeah,
Was it-
Charlie's in
there
on
was
it
a
all the
thing
time.
2 years ago where Tiger came back for a tournament and he slipped something to someone in the hand or vice versa.
I think Tiger's done it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And
And
people didn't see what it was, so they were thinking it was like some kind of drugs or something. Was it saying? Or is like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's where I went down. The
yeah,
rabbit
and
hole,
it's like
but-
it's a thing with Justin Thomas in the Woods is because Charlie's in on it too. Like when they play.
At the PNC, JT hit it in the bunker and Charlie wrote like draw hole
Yeah.
because you have to hit a draw on that. The reason I thought it was fake is the logo was so clear.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this isn't real. The first time I saw it, I was like, there's no way this is real.
Right.
I don't know. I think they like cut to the Golf Channel and whoever was doing like the broadcast was like, I'm very offended, and Brandel was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just a joke.
Yeah. Whatever your opinion's your opinion, but
Yeah, I think it was just an overreaction. Like, I understand why he apologized because
yeah,
if you're Tiger Woods, like there's already enough skeletons
you don't
in
want
the closet.
You don't want to stir the pot anymore
No.
if you don't have to. But yep,
Still my goat.
still my go.
Oh yeah.
Tom, do you have a down bad for us?
Yeah, my down bad is the NBA All-Star Game. Kind of the weekend. The dunk contest was electric.
Mm-hmm.
Mac, he has some ups.
He
That was fun to
does.
see. Might have brought the dunk contest back to what it was, but from the draft, it took 3 hours. It was so long. You heard players complain about that, and then Jaylen Brown said it. The All-Star Game was just a glorified layup line, so not that entertaining.
That's a good,
It's
analogy.
a pretty
right
good.
there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just down bad. I think they need to do something different with the Pro Bowl and then the All-Star Game. It just
Yeah.
seems like it's losing its interest, where I think you just have to do like a skills competition week or something and
Yeah.
keep
Yep.
the players healthy / entertaining.
Is that what hockey does? It's a bunch of skills.
They
stuff.
do.
And then they
They
do like
play
a
a game.
3v3 or something.
Okay, yeah,
But
but that'd be
they play-
Basketball could do 3v3.
that would be-
I think
that'd
they
be
play
cool.
a full game, but the score is always like 10-8.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
I like how the NFL just like leaned into it and they're like, the players don't want to play a real game, so we're just gonna play flag football. And
Yeah.
the NBA is like, they're just kind of like set on, we need to make this like a spectacle. Like we're gonna play a full game. The players don't really care. Giannis played one play.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he was hurt going into it, so it was expected. But
I don't know why he played at all.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it's
I mean,
it
it's.
used to be so fun to watch, like when we were kids.
Yeah.
It's-
I mean,
yeah.
even if they just played I know why they don't, like, go all out, because no one wants to get hurt. Like, it's not the point. You want to see these guys and their ungodly skill.
Yeah.
But even if they just played a little defense, like they just walk up and down the court, and then the guy who has the ball does a dunk, and then they do
Mhm.
the same thing, and then somebody pulls up from half court, which, like, okay, cool. It's fine when somebody makes a half quarter for three, but then it's like the next guy does it. It's like,
Okay.
okay, I saw that already.
Yep.
So, like, play a little bit of defense, and you don't have to go all out, but
Mhm.
maybe go like 50%
Yeah.
and
I
see
agree.
what happens.
See what happens. But good down bad. My down bad is for Peters. Pro Football Focus came out on Twitter, and they projected the Colts will trade up to number 1 in the draft and draft Will Levis. If you've been following along with the pod, we know that Peters has some strong feelings about Will Levis. Would you like to
Yeah, I
say any
mean,
words?
yeah, I mean, if you're the Colts, you're already trying to tank your franchise. You went with Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan. Who else did they go with? They have Sam Ellinger,
Foles.
Foles.
Foles was bad.
Foles was so bad.
I just I don't understand. You look at Will Levis, and he looks like the perfect quarterback.
He's
And
got
then-
the tools.
And then you watch him play, and he's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
His
I think
cheeks.
I think he had one game where he threw over 200 yards last year.
Ryan Lindley and Josh Freeman.
I think they just like him because of his size. Like the other two quarterbacks, Stroud and Young, are small.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason that
He has
they
a
would
good
like
arm.
him.
He does have a good arm. I saw he
Throws it well to the other team.
Yeah. I think I don't remember. I saw a tweet. I don't remember if it was either in 1 year or 2 years, but he has like 23 interceptions.
Yeah, I think it's
Is it 2 years?
I think it's 2.
But
Yeah.
their argument for it was 7 of them were dropped balls. And it's like,
So that's 16
'Kay.
that he 16 interceptions.
So that's one. It's almost one a game
yeah. In college,
in college. It's one a game.
your first 3 games are normally cupcakes.
You're typically not playing all of
Typically
those
not
games.
playing all the games. It's not great.
I mean, if the Colts are trying to tank for 2024, I get it.
Well, I mean,
Two number 1 picks.
to be fair to the Colts, their offense is similar to the one that he ran at Kentucky. Run first with a good running back. They have Jonathan Taylor. I'm just saying that's why they might.
No, I
understand why they shouldn't, but I'm just saying that's maybe why they. It's similar to what he ran in college. Maybe.
But then, wouldn't you think he struggled last year?
I don't
We run
think
the
he's
exact
good.
Same offense.
He played so bad in big games last year.
He's not good. I wouldn't draft him first overall, but I'm just telling you why they think they might.
Yeah, I just think if you're them, if you kind of take that mindset, you run the same offense. He was bad last year. He's going to be going up against better competition.
Yep. With not
Yeah.
a lot of weapons.
Yeah, they don't have much.
You have a good running back. You have Michael Pittman Jr., and that's
That's it.
it.
Mo Alley Cox, tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot where he's like projected top 5, but I don't know why you wouldn't take like a risk on I don't know why you wouldn't take a risk on CJ Stroud,
Yeah.
because it's really not a risk.
No. I follow a lot of Dallas Cowboy things on Facebook, and they start these crazy rumors. And
They love
like,
CJ Stroud.
They love CJ Stroud is what they're saying. You know what? I said it during the game.
Whatever.
The only way Dak's ever getting to the Super Bowl is if he wins the Walter Payton Man of the Year or he's on a Super Bowl commercial. He did
Yeah.
both of those this year.
Where do
So-
you guys pick this year? Or I guess what could you
Well,
give
they made
up?
the
Tom, can you help
playoffs,
with
so
that?
they're probably like 24 or something.
What could you give up? Dak?
Yeah,
But
but they
Yeah.
don't need a.
Yeah. they don't need a
Actually,
quarterback.
talking about the number 1 pick, I know Trevin isn't here, and he says they won't trade Fields,
I don't think they'll trade Fields.
but they
either.
could.
For what would they draft Stroud?
They draft young. Well, here's actually why it makes sense. So Fields is going to want to demand a ton of money, right? So you ship Fields off, you get like 5 players and 2 picks for him. You get a ton in
Yeah,
return.
but then you're playing quarterback roulette. Like,
Yeah, but then you're on
Stroud's there, and then you're gonna have to pay him when he's.
But that's 5 years down the line, so you get a bunch of guys in that can help your team now, and then in 2 or 3 years, when Stroud or Young is built up, you're contending.
No,
I'm not saying they're going to do it,
no,
but
they
that's
won't do
that's
it.
why people say that they
Yeah,
might
I get
actually
it.
trade Fields.
If there was a surefire lock, if there was a Trevor Lawrence, if there was a Joe Burrow, if there was somebody you knew could step in right away, year 2 can get you into the playoffs, get you into the Super Bowl, then maybe, because you can get a haul for him, you can load up on offense, get CJ Stroud a ton of weapons. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they would trade him just because there's not that surefire, like, 100% guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think CJ Stroud and Justin Fields,
Just depends on what they get offered.
yeah, I don't know what you offer.
Yeah.
I mean, if their defense was horrible, like if they would get offered like 4 defensive guys, a wide receiver, and 2 picks for Fields and another pick, it'd be hard to turn down.
I don't think you
there's
can
just
do
no
it.
way.
Yeah, I don't.
There's no way.
Because you saw how good Justin Fields can be.
Yeah. So yeah, good down bats. Chris, would you like to give us a little Hinge update? Said you
Yeah.
have a little bit of news.
Yeah. So, last night I got a like on my
Nice.
like somebody liked my profile.
Nice.
So
What did they like about it?
They liked my typical Sunday church, football, and relaxation.
Nice.
So that's
okay.
what they.
Okay. Have we pressed?
I have not yet.
Wow.
What are we waiting on?
Well, I
You gotta
figured
get the
she
ball
liked me, and I, was like, I matched with her, so I'm like,
'Kay.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
so
on
that's
her.
like her scoring
No.
a bucket, and then you get the ball. You gotta
Yep.
throw it in.
Yep.
Okay.
Possession is
Get the
kind
ball
of.
rolling.
Maybe I'll message tonight. We'll see.
Yeah. Did you hit it hard on Valentine's Day? Like
I did.
we said. Good.
I did. So we'll see what happens with those. Those
'Kay.
could be rolling in this week. Before we came on, I actually got another match.
Ooh.
There we go.
So
Things are moving forward.
So that's 2 now this week. So you never know.
Atta boy.
We'll
We gotta.
something's got to
But-
come from these though.
Well, yeah, but you have to make an effort.
Yeah, I do.
You gotta get
make
the ball in.
You gotta make an effort.
The ball is quite literally in your court.
It'll come.
What do you think, Tom? Should he?
Got any? Yeah.
I agree with the boys. Yeah, no comment. Just you got to put the ball in.
Put the ball in.
Just in play.
All right.
Yeah, you don't even have
You
to.
just gotta
you don't have
see-
to score.
So I have
throw
to
the ball
initiate
in.
everything.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Even
well,
if they like my profile
Yes.
first.
Yeah.
if they don't send you a message,
Okay.
then yes.
All right. All right.
So
I'll try it.
Try it and let us know next week.
Yeah. Next week we'll. But yeah, it's better than last week with 0. Now we're up to 2.
There you go.
So
Anything else?
nope,
All right.
nothing else.
I want to talk a little bit about the Genesis Open that happened last week. Tiger is back, first tournament since
PNC.
Well, yeah.
well, yeah.
and then
I mean,
the majors, but it was his first like non-major since like
2020,
October. Might have been the Tour Championship in like October of 22
22,
or 21 maybe.
21.
I think it was
yeah.
21
Yeah,
because he only played the majors I think in 2022.
made the cut.
Made the cut. Played pretty well.
Decent. Putter let him down a little bit,
Yeah.
couple days. But
What did he shoot on Sunday?
70.
Shot
He had a good day on Saturday. I saw.
Yeah,
2 over.
he shot in the 70s, but Saturday he shot a 67. But John Rahm is incredible, just incredible golfer. He, first golfer or fastest golfer on tour to 3 wins ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how many starts he's had this year.
I think he's had 4, and he's won 3 of them.
Yeah.
And he finished.
What was the one he didn't win?
It was Phoenix last week, the
Phoenix.
waste
Yeah.
management, but he finished
He was-
pretty high,
Yeah,
third.
he was high. I saw, like his last.
Oh, that's
So-
5. So he's had 5 starts, and he's finished.
Well, because
Finished in the top 10.
he's
was
won
there one
3,
that he-
finished 3rd,
oh,
and
that's
finished
all.
T7. That's pretty good.
So he's gone his last 7. He's gone 4th, 8th, 1st, 7th, 3rd, 1st.
Yeah, that's
It's just incredible.
here, Tommy, go back to 2023.
He's just so good.
So
Trevor and
he's
I were
made
talking about that last night.
3.6,
He's
1.3, 282, 1.4, 2.7, 462.
Sheesh.
So he could just not play
Oh yeah.
the rest
Oh,
of the
yeah.
year.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. Like, neither of them drove the ball particularly well on Sunday. I felt bad for Max.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Homa.
Yeah,
He
I love
loves that
Homa.
tournament.
He's playing well too.
Yeah.
Like every
He's won
tournament
this
he's
year.
there.
He's like a guy, like, more people are talking about him now because he's the Twitter guy, and now he's like playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know if you're hypothetically a betting man. I don't know
Mhm.
how you don't put him on a bet slip to win a major this year,
Yeah.
because he just didn't drive the ball great, and he said like he didn't drive the ball well on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and he cares
right
so.
there.
He's one of the guys that like he cares about this tournament a lot because he grew up. They said it wasn't like 15 minutes from Riviera,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and he won it in 21 when there weren't any fans there, and he like started crying.
Yeah. It meant a
Yeah.
lot to him.
So I think it's cool when
He's fun
guys
to
actually
watch.
care,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he has a personality, which is pretty rare these days with athletes.
Best thing that he's done for his career, I think, is go on all these podcasts like Barstool.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
like just
He's a good
just
dude.
getting his name out there and showing that he's like a normal guy.
Yeah.
Just one of us that just is freakishly good at golf.
Yeah.
And it's cool to watch. Couple more things to talk about. We had some new coaching hires, and I would love your guys' thoughts. Did you see all the Jonathan Gannon stuff for the Cardinals?
Yeah.
So he's the Eagles' defensive coordinator, and he got hired as the head coach for the Cardinals. And I was watching part of my take, and Big Cat described it perfectly. He is Michael Scott
Yeah.
from The Office.
Yeah.
There's a video of him talking to Rondale Moore. And he
Okay.
met him for the first time, dapped him up, and he goes, pew, 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 pew. And Rondale's like, what? And he's like, we'll be taking a lot of shots this year. You're explosive. He's like, okay. And then he walks away.
I think it's
just-
funny how he's a defensive coach, and yet Kyler Murray was like all about him.
Yeah.
Like Kyler Murray was like influential in getting him hired.
Yeah.
It's like,
He's
Okay.
kind of a weird guy.
but it's kind of worked out. I mean, Sirianni was a weird dude,
He was.
and then now he's in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Who else is a weird coach in the NFL? They're
There's a
all
lot of them.
Staley.
Staley. Yeah, he's
Uh,
weird, but he sucks. Blows a 27-0
McDaniel.
lead.
He's kind of weird. He's cool.
McDaniel's weird. Yeah,
he's
but he's
cool,
cool.
but he's weird.
Yeah. Dolphins fans hate him.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Man Campbell.
Yeah.
Campbell's
Weird, but he's
weird, but he's like a good weird. He's like,
Yeah.
good weird. There are a lot of just personalities.
Yeah.
that are fun to watch.
you got to have like that kind of personality in the NFL. I think you
Mhm.
can't just be like a statue or like a
Yeah. McCarthy's
normal
weird.
guy. Yeah.
Smashes watermelons. And the other Tom, I'm intrigued to see. Actually, Tom, we haven't talked to you about the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes.
Are you still feeling? How are we feeling?
We're feeling good.
Good.
Hyped up, honestly. I didn't think the Chiefs would win, but I'm happy we won. I ordered actually 2 Super Bowl hats before
Nice.
the Super Bowl.
Oh, before?
Burn 'em.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, it's going to be tough. So I was just cheering so I could wear the hats. So I'm
Yeah.
happy I could wear the hats. So
Think you earned it?
uh,
Did you earn the Super Bowl win?
Absolutely. A win's
Okay.
a win.
Okay.
Do you have any
No,
other
that's
thoughts?
fine. I just
What do you have
curious.
to say, Chris?
I just
say
curious.
it. Say
Nope.
it. I've heard a lot. I can handle it.
Yeah.
Just watch last week's pod. I go in depth.
Okay.
I was just curious of a Kansas City Chiefs fan thought.
Yeah.
This
I'm not gonna.
Do you watch the
apologize.
parade? That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Yeah.
Kelsey?
Yeah. Go ahead.
needs to just like relax a little.
Reality check a little bit.
He's really good.
Get used to it. That's Chiefs.
I'm all for it.
That's the Chiefs for you. Get used to it.
Okay, so his big thing is people have doubted the Chiefs all year. They said they weren't going to make the playoffs. People said that,
is
but was
so
that
heinous.
was that like a big like? Did you know about that?
No.
Honestly, that was that was a surprise to me. I was like, I didn't know it was a rebuilding year. I didn't really
Yeah,
hear any
it's
of
like-
this stuff.
I
so-
feel like
It's like
People
he heard it
always
from
do that
one
crap.
reporter and just ran with it.
Well, Georgia did the same thing. Like, oh, everybody thought we'd suck. Never
Yeah.
thought we'd get back to national championship. Like, no, everyone thought Georgia would be good.
Yeah.
Like,
when you have Patrick Mahomes, you can't ever have a rebuilding year.
yeah,
No.
Is my opinion.
like
No.
the AFC
And
West
Kelsey.
was supposed to be better. So
Yeah.
people thought, okay,
And they lost Tyreek Hill.
maybe they would slip.
People thought Denver was going to be better.
Yeah.
But like nobody thought like, oh wow, they'd be like 4-13.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy for you. How do
Oh.
you? So
I'm
that
not.
brings me to my other point. Bieniemy got hired by the Commanders.
Yeah, love-hate relationship with that move. You know,
Yeah.
happy for him, but
Doesn't really do much, is what it sounds like. Didn't call the plays.
Did Reed call the plays?
Yeah.
Well, he's doing it so he can try and get a head coaching job. So like everybody right now is thinking, oh, you have Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. You're kind of just riding their coattails,
Mhm.
and so he's not getting hired as a head coach because they think, oh, how good of a coach are you when you have those two?
Yeah.
So now he's going to try and go to Washington with lesser talent and try and like,
Is he not the head coach?
no, he's their offensive coordinator.
Oh.
yeah, but no
for
one
some
really
reason
knew of Pat Mahomes when he got drafted. Everyone's
Wait,
like,
I agree.
who's this
Bieniemy
guy?
didn't get hired as the head coach.
I
No.
thought he did.
No, offensive
offensive
coordinator for the
Just
Commanders.
a lateral move.
Well,
That's a
So they're-
backwards
he's-
move.
Well,
no, because
he got
he's
more
doing it to
money.
prove himself.
he's trying to prove that he's a
He-
really good coach, so then people will hire him.
But what if he
He-
sucks?
well, then,
well,
then,
then he's.
but that's what he's
Then
trying
you gave
to
up
prove.
Patrick
Disgrace.
Mahomes.
But he has had like 16 interviews for head coaches
And
I
hasn't
guess,
gotten
and
one.
hasn't gotten one.
So, like, I
He
think
has-
that's why he's doing this.
He has some alleged stuff on his background. That's all I'll say.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's
Didn't know
breaking
that.
news. I didn't know that.
I saw
that
it on a
breaking news?
TikTok.
oh,
That
okay.
there's
I don't know
some-
why.
There's some alleged stuff on his back. I hope. Well, I don't hope it's on his. I hope it's Bieniemy that they were talking about, or else I'm going to sound stupid.
But like he's already an offensive coordinator. Like he's already in the league. He's already made a name for himself.
Yeah.
What's a different title gonna do?
Well, I don't know why he didn't stay with Kansas City and just be the next head coach in waiting. Like, Reed's only going to be there for a couple more years.
Yeah,
I
they're
think,
already
and then he'll
asking him.
retire.
You
If
know who
he's
I
gonna
heard
retire
is
after this one.
the heir to Andy Reid?
Oh, God. Jackson Mahomes?
Matt Nagy. Former Bears.
Oh,
head
Trevin
coach.
would love that.
Oh,
Nagy wins a couple Super Bowls, head coach of the Chiefs.
with
Oh,
Patrick
With
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Who he could have had in Chicago.
Yeah. True. Tough.
Maybe that's why he left. Like, Kansas City might have told him, like, yeah, once Reed retires, we're going to go with somebody else. So
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I got to get out.
I got to get out and try. If I want to ever be a head coach, I got to get out from under these two guys
Yeah.
and prove myself.
Commanders got to get a quarterback, though.
They say they're going with Sam Howell as
Yeah,
their
but
starter.
they've
be stupid.
announced that for sure.
Yeah, like he's their starter going into the offseason
Oh
and
my
training camp.
gosh.
That's stupid, but
Yikes.
that's what they're going with.
We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, stupid.
The last thing I wrote down was, did you guys see the DK Metcalf video of him jumping?
Yeah,
That's got.
I didn't think
that's
it was
gotta be
real.
fake, right?
He got up so high.
it's
It
for
has to
sure
be.
fake.
He was at like the TikTok
Twitch.
house or something.
Yeah,
There's
Twitch,
some like
yeah.
Twitch. It's so like if you thought that's real, like you need to do some reflecting.
Yeah.
I had to watch it a couple
I
times.
watched
I
it a couple
watched it,
times.
I
I
watched
was
it
like,
a couple
no
It
times.
way.
I
jumped
was like,
higher than the
holy shit.
bushes.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he's
but
an-
they can
he's
get
an
up.
Athletic freak.
He
Like,
jumped
yeah.
5 feet in the air.
That's. I bet you some of those NFL wide receivers can get up pretty high.
Yeah. I don't know. I had to watch it a couple times, so I was like, I can't. That's not real.
The NFL
That's
texted
pretty
him
crazy.
the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drug
drug
test.
test.
That's
test.
hilarious. That is hilarious. But, yeah, that's all I had.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is, how about them Chiefs?
How about him, Chris?
Yep. How about them Chiefs?
Let's move into our roulette spin. The pot is increasing.
It's 40 each.
40 each now.
Getting Trevin on the horn?
We're getting Trevin on the
Yeah.
horn right now.
He's been grinding.
He has been grinding.
Let's see if he
working
answers.
hard.
Got home at like 9 p.m. last night.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Absolutely grinding.
He might still be grinding right now.
Tom,
2-week stretch.
I'm going to go with let's
There
go red 14
Hey,
for
Trevin.
no reason.
You're on the Boys Down Bad podcast.
Hey, Trevin, how about them Skurs, huh?
Oh, wow. Good stuff.
How are those taxes going?
They're going. They're getting filed.
Good. Good. You have a number for us?
I do. It is, I already saw it. It is 36.
Ooh, I
Ooh.
thought about taking
Highest
that.
number you can get.
Yep.
I really thought about taking that.
Zeros have been hot, so we're gonna go up.
Yep, that's a good call.
That's a good
I'm going to do 24.
24.
Peters has to
go
win it
with
with
black
24
20.
at some point
For the child.
for the child.
Got to pay for college. Somehow.
Chris,
Black.
I'm going to go with 8.
What do you
Okay.
want?
is that
One
it?
for Hoiberg.
Yeah, alrighty.
What
good?
Dylan go with?
14.
14.
Okay.
14.
Yeah.
$40
spin it.
each.
Here we go.
Come on, baby.
8
Come
black.
on.
Come on.
8 black.
14.
Black 20.
36.
18.
Oh,
shoot.
18.
Wow.
God.
The pot increases once
Oh.
again.
just keeps him.
This
It'll be-
was 40 each.
So next week will be 45.
That's a big pot.
Someone's
Big payday
getting
for
lucky.
someone.
Keeps getting higher.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Trevin.
All right.
Hey, we'll see ya.
See you guys.
Yeah, we'll see you around.
I yelled that into the mic.
All right. Pot increases. Boys, good pod today.
Yep.
And it's not over yet because we
Not
got
over yet.
Sam Hoiberg,
Check that out.
the man.
The man.
The
He's
goat.
him.
He is him. Check it out right now. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast, and we are pumped to welcome on a very special guest, Nebraska Basketball's Sam Hoiberg. Sam, welcome on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. We appreciate it. So my first question is, have you always had ice water running through your veins, or is this something that you just picked up this year?
I think I've always had it. I think my first game winner was in 5th grade, and I've had quite a few of them throughout my childhood. So this
So
isn't
you've
anything new to me.
You've always had it in you.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, love to hear it. So let's start by talking about the big moment that you had, the steal in the overtime game against Maryland. Can you take us through that play? Did you know you were going to try to jump that pass, or was that just like all reaction?
Yeah, I actually tried to steal it earlier in the game. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been trying to get that steal in a lot of the games. Pretty much every team runs a play going up the floor like that to their one. And yeah, I just timed it perfectly. I knew I was going to go for it, but I kind of wanted to do it like tentatively so I could get back in front if I had to, but it was right there. It was kind of a lazy pass. So almost came out of my shoe driving down. Didn't even think about everyone was asking me if I was scared to miss the layup, but I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about my shoe busting open. So the layup was the easy part.
Yeah, that would have been tough. Did you think about dunking it? You got up on that layup.
Didn't even cross my mind.
You're just like,
I've had a couple fast break dunks, but only up 20 when the game it didn't really mean much.
I know Coach was hoping you weren't going to try and dunk it. He said
Yeah,
that.
absolutely not.
Like, I'm hoping he's not trying to dunk it.
He probably would have been mad at me if I even made the dunk.
That's awesome. I wanted to ask what these past couple weeks have been like for you. Obviously, you didn't play a ton at the beginning of the year. With some injuries, you got your shot and you've taken advantage of it. What have these past few weeks been like for you, and what has the support from Husker Nation been like?
I mean, this is basically what I've been dreaming of since my dad started coaching, and even before that, this is what I've been watching on TV is Big Ten basketball. Just college basketball has always been my favorite thing to watch. And yeah, just kind of being able to take advantage of it is the really cool thing. Is I didn't know when I came here if I'd be able to get into the rotation ever. My plan was to develop playing against Big Ten players in practice and then maybe transfer down. But I felt like I got a lot better just developing the first year and a half, and then put me in a good situation to go out there and play. And then I've kind of capitalized on it, not playing scared. That was the one thing I was a little bit worried about, is if I get nervous out there, but it hasn't been too bad. I've had a lot of support in that. And then, yeah, I mean, just the support from all the fans is incredible, because I always scroll through Twitter after wins, looking at the opposing teams' posts, looking at all the memes under it. That's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, I mean, and the crowds are just electric right now. So it's been great.
It's insane. Have you surprised yourself with how well you've played so early in your career, or did you kind of know that you had this in you the whole time?
I mean, when I'm looking at it from the outside, I would say it's kind of surprising, because I didn't expect it to happen this fast. But nothing that I've done is like out of the ordinary for me. Like, this is how I play, and I've always been able to play this way. And just the work that I put in, I knew I was good enough to play at this level. It's just a matter of opportunity. And now it's good that I'm able to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. You've been killing it, dude. It's so fun to watch. Another question I had is, what's it like being the coach's son at such a big level, like a big stage? It's like my dad, he coached me like T-ball and all that, but having your dad coach you at the D1 level, what's that like?
Yeah, I mean, he'd never really coached me before. He ran a few practices for my AAU team when he was out of a job for like my sophomore year of high school, but he'd never really been my coach. So it was a little bit of an adjustment, but I mean, I I try not to treat it as anything much different than like a normal coach, like had I not been playing for him. But yeah, I mean, it means a lot more. That's what I always tell people. Like when you're playing for your dad, like it just makes you want to win even more and play harder. And the satisfaction you get when you win is double. So it's been really fun.
Absolutely.
Does
That's
he
awesome.
coach you harder than anybody else, or is he, kind of the same?
I think it's easier for him to yell at me, because he does it at home when I don't do chores or something. So he'll get on me, but I try not to mess up so he doesn't have to.
Fred doesn't seem like a yeller.
He's not, but there are times if you're bad enough, and it's a little bit shorter leash with me, I think.
Yeah.
Does he still have game? Can he still take you?
No, he doesn't play anymore, but I think if he tried, he could. It's because of his heart issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he could. I think he could still outshoot Casey, if that says anything.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good segue. I wanted to ask, what's it been like playing with Casey these past few games? The dude's electric.
There's been, I mean, not as much in the Maryland game, but every game before that, there was like a 10-minute stretch where I felt like just get out of the way and let Casey work, because it's just so easy to play with him when he's on fire. Just make sure he gets open and get out of the way. So it's just a blast. I mean, you see how much fun he has. I mean, he was getting a little too excited after that steal. I was like, Casey, we got 20 seconds left. Let's win the game. He's acting like we just won. But yeah, I mean, he's one of my best friends on the team. I'm actually his roommate, so it's a lot of fun playing with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So one thing, obviously, dad is the coach. What was there like a big recruiting pitch, or what was the kind of pitch like to come play for your dad?
I pitched it to him. He didn't pitch it to me. So
What was your
yeah. I said, "Oh, it wasn't even a pitch. I just asked, hey, Dad, can I play for you?" Yeah, because I mean, my older brother, he went to Michigan State, but my dad wasn't coaching at that time, and I think he probably would have done the same as me.
So you and Casey, you guys aren't like the tallest guys in the world. So like, what does it say about like your guys' success in basketball? Like, being the smarter player, working hard. Like, what does that say for younger guys that, aren't as tall and like they can still play Division I basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I think Casey's a bit of a outlier, because he's not strong, he's not athletic, and he's not tall. Like, typically you need one of those things. But yeah, I mean, he's just an example of hard work and just freakish talent, because he's just and IQ. Like, IQ is so important at this level, and I think that's one of the things that's helped me stay on the court in crunch time, is just making the right plays. And yeah, for me, it really just taking advantage of, like, I know I'm as fast as any guy on the court and as strong, so pretty much any kid can work to get as strong as anyone else. So that's one thing that pretty much, I mean, if you work hard enough, you'll be able to do, and then the skill will come if you work. And that's what I did when I got here. I started working out every single day, getting extra shots, and it's really paid off for me. And yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody expected me to be here, but I worked for it and now I've made it. So hopefully a lot of kids can take that message and take off with it.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
That was one question I wrote down was, would you be willing to send me your workout plan?
You have to talk to our trainer, Kurt Joseph. But I will say when I was little, I did like 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every single day. So I got a little ahead of the curve on that.
Okay, love it. I'll work on that.
Yeah.
The Fred genes help too. I can't lie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, like we've dealt with injuries all year. It would have been easy to kind of like roll over and just say like, well, we kind of got screwed with injuries. What really like brought the team together through the injuries?
Yeah, I mean, you look at those first few games without Jawan and Eman, we got blown out. But I mean, we competed for majority of the game. It was just by the end of the game, it just seemed like a lot of people thought it was just because of a talent issue, like we couldn't hang with teams for the whole game. But I mean, we just really needed time to gel and learn how to play with each other. And it was basically a new team. So all teams need a little bit of time to get playing their best. And fortunately for us, to happen pretty quickly. And we're all super close. We're all great friends on the team. I mean, we're all happy for each other. Like, you even see some guys when they don't play as much, they're still cheering on the bench. So that's just the most important thing is the culture we built this year. It's bound to get success at some point, and we've been able to finally achieve that.
Absolutely. Another question I had was, has it always been the headband for you? Is that a move that's been recent? Is it just to look cool, or is there a story behind it?
No, it's so my sophomore year AAU season, my girlfriend at the time, she wanted me to grow my hair out. It had always been short my whole life, so I didn't need a headband or anything. And it was long, and I hated how it got in my face. So I wore the ninja headbands with the little ties that got
Yeah,
banned. I
those
wore
are
those at
sick.
first, and then kept my hair long. I liked how it looked, and just stuck with it in high school. And then I took it off for a few games just because my hair was short. So it's a practical use for me. But hopefully, I mean, maybe I can build a brand with it. I mean, me and Casey, I convinced him to wear the headband, so I can't leave him hanging on that.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah. So we went to high school with Greasel.
Okay.
A lot of people call him Sammy Hoops. Think people should start calling you Sammy Hoops, or
Now he's got that one. People can pick something else for me.
I saw, what was it this weekend's, was someone calling you seatbelt, Sam?
Yeah, that was Trey and Bryce. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know either. I was gonna ask you.
It's something with defense, like not letting the guy get by me, like sitting down. I don't. It's they come up with a lot of stuff that doesn't really make sense.
where'd you get your defensive intensity from?
I mean, honestly, probably from playing with my brothers growing up. I mean, we are so competitive that we just. I mean, so Charlie, my twin brother, he was kind of looked at as the best defender on our high school team, and I wanted to prove them wrong that I was the better defender. So it just, I mean, we just play hard, like play super hard against each other when we play each other, and then trying to outwork each other when we're on the same team, which leads to good things. And then once I got to college, I wanted to just work on my defense, and by playing hard was the only way to get better at it. And that's kind of where it's led to really helping me in these situations.
I have one non-basketball question for you. I heard you're stick at golf. Is that true?
Well, not currently, I would say, because I don't play as much anymore. But at my prime, I was a .8 handicap.
Okay. That's just stupid.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I actually wanted to be a college golfer until like my sophomore year of high school. Me and my brother were both more into golf. Jack, my older brother, had a D1 scholarship, but he decided to play basketball. Okay. So we all loved it and played all the time. That was kind of my first love in a sport.
What's your favorite course in Nebraska that you played?
I played the Sandhills this summer.
Nice. I haven't gotten out there. I need to.
Yeah, that was incredible. Shot even there.
No, you didn't.
Shot even.
Yeah, that's
but that was I was playing a good amount the weeks leading up to that, so that was pretty good for me. I'll say that.
Where's the toughest place to play in the Big Ten, and why?
Definitely Purdue. It is so loud there, and the student section always chanting something that's really annoying. And I mean, when I haven't played at a lot of the places when I'm getting minutes, so I'm getting, and the crowds love to attack me for whatever reason. So the students, they're overhanging right on top of you, and they just let it on you. Penn State isn't as nearly as hard to play, but their fans are the most ruthless that I've. They did not stop screaming, talking shit the entire game. So yeah, those are. Purdue's definitely the hardest though.
How does PBA stack up?
Right now it's right up there. Definitely. I'd say Purdue, and then I would say PBA is right up there at number 2, maybe with Indiana, Michigan State. Those two are really loud. So, but yeah, it's right up there for sure.
Yeah, we're all bought in for the postseason run here. I guess, what do you kind of see the team's direction going into next year? Obviously, we've gotten hot these last few games. What do you kind of see going into next year?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is keeping the culture that we put in this year. I think that will lead, like I said, I think it leads to success, and being able to have this young core get a lot of quality minutes is going to help us a lot for next year. Even though we're losing some really important seniors, we still got Jawan coming back, so we got a chance to be good, and then bring in some guys from the portal. Obviously, we have a lot of scholarship spots to fill. I think 3 or 4 probably. So yeah, just fill those with the right type of people that'll fit our culture, and then I'm excited for next year. Just keep building off what we're doing now, and hopefully, if we're fortunate enough to make a postseason run, that'd be really fun. And then keep building off that.
For sure.
What can we expect from the boys for the rest of the year?
The same that we've been doing. We're gonna play our ass off. We're gonna keep giving it our all every single night, and you've seen the results lately. Hopefully, it keeps translating to that. We got Minnesota, who's actually playing pretty well now. They haven't had any wins, but Battle had 31 and Garcia had 24 for them, and they play at Maryland tonight, so that'll be a really tough one to see how they play. And then we got to treat that the same as playing against Michigan State the next game. So it's going to be every game is tough in the Big Ten, so we gotta play well. And if we get 2 or 3 of these next 3 games, that would be big time, and maybe get a couple tournament ones, see what happens.
We already said if you guys make the tournament, we're getting in the car and going.
Yep.
So
please do. We need all the support we can get.
Yeah.
We will, for sure.
Oh yeah. All right. So this is kind of off the record, but maybe after the year, what do you think about Coach Hoiberg talking with us a little bit? Think he'd be up for that?
I'll talk to him about it.
That's
possible. He's got a lot of stuff like that to do, but I'll ask him about it. This is pretty fun.
Right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Love it.
That's Sam.
Sweet. That's all we can ask for. Love it.
Well, Sam, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. We're excited to cheer on the boys the next couple weeks and see what we can do. So thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for all the support. We appreciate you guys.
You bet.
Oh yeah. Go Big Red, baby.
Go Big Red.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
Yeah.
See ya. All right. Thank you, Sam. The man, the myth, the legend. What a guy.
Yeah. What a
Fantastic
player.
interview. Going to lead the Skurs to a tournament run.
It's got to feel like such a great feeling. Like you're the guy at the end of the bench, kind of waiting for your turn. Like, I'll get in if we're up or down by 20. Like,
yep.
And then that's when no one cares. Like all the fans have left or aren't watching anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're like one of the best players.
You're the guy.
Just like you've been waiting for that moment.
2 game-winning plays in 2 overtimes.
Yeah. 2 big defensive plays.
It's awesome to watch.
Which his dad isn't known for defense, so
yeah. It's awesome.
Wonder where he got that from.
I don't know.
Pius the 10th.
Yeah.
Pius the 10th.
Yeah.
True.
Pius taught defense.
Defense and bunting.
Yep.
Pius the 10th.
Gross.
Yep.
Disgusting. All right. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast. I'm Dylan.
Peters.
I'm Chris.
Have yourselves a top 10 weekend.